Boom! Another portal bomb. It is confirmed Kiki Arioffen is in the portal to go along with Reagan Beers and Tamia Gardner. We're going to look at it all in this video and how each of these players might be a final piece for the team they go to. Now, before we start, if you like the content, then please subscribe to the channel. We're really driving for 10K. As well, give the video a like if you find the content entertaining. All right, let's get into this. I remember seeing an article that said due to the 5th year COVID running out, this year's portal would not be as explosive with big names going into it. That does not seem to be correct, as this year's portal has so much more talent than last year's portal. Hailey Van Lith has re-entered, but there's not near the interest on her. Sure, teams want her potentially. It seemed like Stanford was going to be a landing spot. But the reason this portal is so good is because the bigs, and that is namely Beers, Gardner, and the latest confirmed entry, Arioffen. And why are they so important? It's because getting a big is just so hard. It's much like Bill Parcells when asked at a press conference about their quarterback situation.
You know what I like about the media? I really do. This is funny. They think you can just dial 1-800 and get a quarterback.
And that is usually the way for bigs. UConn lost a big piece last year when Jana El-Alfi tore her Achilles during the World Championships, and prior to the season, Gino Auriemma was ruining it, basically saying, we just don't look very big.
We were walking out for the national anthem yesterday, or the other day, and I thought, hey, we're small, man, compared to like a lot of teams that we've had here. You see, we're small.
And you can try to play around that doing the math game and hitting three-pointers with a whole bunch of littles. But if you don't hit your shots, then you will get brutalized inside, much like UConn did when they played against UCLA and South Carolina. Now with Arioffen, it was rumored that she was going to do this. Now I did the video prior to her confirming this, speculating that that was why Tara Vanderveer was retiring. Now, I had a few comments on that video saying how ridiculous I was, suggesting that Vanderveer, that this would have any sort of correlation with her retiring. She'd seen so many players come and go, and how dare I? But I still stand behind it that this could be a factor in her going, and it totally is a chicken and egg, or an egg and chicken scenario. We will not be able to prove if Kiki Arioffen went to Vanderveer prior to her retiring and saying, yep, I'm out of here, and that's what led to her sudden retirement. As Kiki Arioffen did the right thing, she let Tara Vanderveer have her retirement, let it settle for a day or two, and then she announced it. So bash me in the comments if you like, but I still believe that it's highly likely Kiki Arioffen told them that she was leaving, and hence that's why we got the retirement from Tara Vanderveer, as I think it's a much better look for both player and coach. Tara is not retiring because she has talent abandoning her. No, she's retiring on her own terms and doesn't want to do the travel. And Kiki Arioffen was not the person that caused Vanderveer's retirement. No, she left Stanford after the legendary coach that she came to play for retired after a long and glorious career. Now, as I said before, other coaches and schools and administrators will weep for the Pac-12, much like Tropic Thunder.
They're gonna kill him.
And we'll weep for him in the press.
Because bigs that can move their feet, rebound, and play defense just don't fall off the truck very often. I was watching Captain Will yet again, and yes, they're drooling over the prospect of getting one of the recruits from Oregon or Oregon State. And it seems like the rationale for South Carolina is we don't know if Sakima Walker is coming back, as well a bit of nervousness about Adele Tack and her previous injuries. I think she'll be fine. But anyway, you can watch the video on that. So as they see it, Beers would fit quite nicely into their lineup and give them insurance at their big position. My response to that is stop being so greedy, South Carolina. You have enough front court depth already, even if Walker does leave. But let's look at these players one by one. Again, I don't know where they're going. All I can tell you about Tamia Gardner, like she was very private in her recruiting when Oregon State was recruiting her. Like, she did not enjoy the recruiting process. So with her, I very highly doubt you'll see the Anissa Morrow tour where she puts on uniforms and does photo shoots and totally promotes her transfer for all comers to see. I think it'll be very quiet. I think she probably knows where she's going to go. In her initial recruitment, it came down to 3 schools, which were Stanford, UCLA, and Oregon State. I think it's very highly doubtful that she would go to Stanford, but never say never. I just really don't see UCLA either because they're loaded up front. Obviously, they have Betts, and then Emily Bessoir, I believe, is returning. Like, she's a 6'4" forward, much in the mold of Gardner. Like, she can stretch teams out with her three-point shooting. As well, they have Dugalich and Sontag. As well, next year they have Sienna Betts also coming in. So they have so much front court depth. I don't know why she would go there and potentially get lost in the shuffle. If I was just looking at a pure basketball fit for development of the game, I would think the best place she could go is Utah and sort of take that Elisa Peely role, who's going off to the WNBA. As Gardner can shoot the three-point shot, and going to Utah, they would let her shoot as well. So I like that fit, but you never know. You don't know what drives a player to transfer to a particular school or what it is. Now, Kiki Arioffen, she is a don't contact me. So it seems like she has a pretty clear idea of what school she is going to or schools that she is interested in. I thought Duke was a good fit academically. Others have mentioned Notre Dame, which is a good fit as well. Notre Dame is already rated number 3 in the preseason polls, and if they added her, that would just be a simply awesome team. Notre Dame has also had previous transfers from Stanford. Maya Dotson, Marta Sneezik, and Lily Thompson, all transferred from Stanford to Notre Dame. Now the last player, Reagan Beers. Now in the previous Oregon State video, I mentioned how Reagan Beers said that she really liked Kim Mulkey and that Baylor was in strong consideration when she was being recruited out of high school. And an LSU front line of Beers, Samaya Smith, and Anissa Morrow would be very, very impressive to go along with Williams and Johnson in the backcourt as well. The rumors that Talia Scott might be going there, I don't know, unconfirmed. But there is another school that has a very, very keen interest in Beers coming to their school and being the final piece, which would be UConn. A commenter pointed out, and I haven't checked it out, so it could not be true. I'm like Kim Mulkey. I don't do social media very well. But a commenter pointed out that Paige, within minutes, started following Beers after she announced that she was in the transfer portal. I replied to that and said, Paige is a smart girl. She definitely wants to get a title before she gets out of UConn. And Beers would be the perfect fit for UConn, as she would slot right into their offense, as UConn runs a lot of stuff like Ruach does, like a lot of motion, and all the parts work together. It just seems like such a perfect fit and would put less pressure on Jana El-Alfi, who's returning from her Achilles injury. And as we haven't seen El-Alfi play D1 college basketball, the signing of Beers would give you certainty that you're covered at the center spot, or if another injury took place, you can't have too much depth, as UConn knows. That is why Beers would be so perfect for UConn, and UConn fans would be so excited if they landed Beers. I am sure they are drooling at the thought of Beers next to Sarah Strong, with Ice Brady now coming off the bench and getting El-Alfi accustomed and settled. That would just be so perfect. If you were ranking these 3 bigs of Beers, Arioffen, and Gardner, I think it's pretty clear Gardner would be the third one, and then it's really close between Beers and Arioffen, as their numbers are very similar. Kiki went for 19 points, 11 rebounds, and 2.3 assists last season, and shot 54% from the field. Beers was just as effective, going for 17.5 points, 10 rebounds, 1.6 assists, and shot 66% from the floor. The thing that makes them so good and attractive to teams is they can play on the perimeter, handle the ball, and work out of the high post, but as well, they can post up and do damage inside. The same thing goes for Gardner. They're all 3 of them are just very good players, and hence why there's so much speculation from the fan bases and hope that they can land them, including South Carolina, that is truly loaded up front. All right, now it's over to you. Where are they going? What is the best fit? Do you still think I'm way off base that Tara left because Kiki told her she was leaving? Leave your comments and poison below. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.